Welcome to episode 60 of the Arctic Crafts podcast. My name is Bente and I'm coming to you from Vesterålen, northern Norway, where I live with my husband and 3 cats. You can find me on Instagram as Arctic Crafts, on Facebook and Etsy as Arctic Crafts by Bente, and on Ravelry as Arctic Crafts 65. There's also a group for the podcast on Ravelry, and I have a Ko-fi page where you can support the podcast, and everything will be linked below. And first things first, if you can hear a noise in the background, that's a fan, because it's really hot in here. So it's either this or no recording. Sometimes I call my episodes a hot mess. This episode is literally a hot mess. And I've sent my husband and my youngest son to their rooms, so I have the living room to myself while I'm recording this. I promised my youngest son I'm going to help him finish his Lego bonsai tree. Yes, I know, it's actually a bonsai tree. And so the editing will have to wait until later today. The first thing I'm going to take care of is the fact that I'm only 8 subscribers short of the magical number 1,000 subscribers. And I can't wait until I reach 1,000 subscribers. So I've put together, in my opinion, a rather nice giveaway bundle. So I'm of course going to do a giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers. So hopefully that means in 2 weeks I'll be doing a giveaway, and I'm going to show you the price now. And everything in this price has been bought in Tromsø at Snarby Strikkestudio. Some of it I've had for a while, and some of it I bought this time we were in Tromsø. And this is what I've bought before. I've shown you this before, I think. It's a petite knit tote bag and a Koni effect yarn rainbow, and this has 150 grams on it, so it's about 600 meters, and this is beautiful as a contrast color in a sweater, for example, or you can knit a shawl with it. So that's what I bought earlier. And this time when I went to Tromsø, I bought 2 more things to put in the bundle. I bought some Hillesvåg Fjord. It's their sock yarn. It's 80% wool, 20% nylon. And I love this color. It's more of a pink than it shows on camera. I of course have to give away a pink skein of yarn. So that, and a really cute measuring tape. A bit of bling. And I'll add some progress keepers from my own inventory. So that's the big giveaway prize that I'll be drawing when I reach 1,000 subscribers. And as I say, hopefully that means in 2 weeks. So that was that. I'll just have to check my show notes if there was anything else I was going to mention up top. We have the make-alongs. We have the year-long Arctic Crafts make-along, where you can enter anything you make containing my yarn. It doesn't have to be all my yarn. If you knit a pair of socks and you use my yarn for heels, toes and cuffs, that qualifies. And so that's a year-long make-along that I draw once a quarter. So the next drawing will be at the end of September. And we also have the Arctic Summer of Socks. And the second drawing will be on the 31st, which means we're getting ready to draw the second drawing. And the prizes for the second drawing is a bag made by Kate of Hawthorne Cottage Craft and a skein of yarn from Nicole C. Mendes. So that's what I'm going to draw at the second drawing. The drawing at the end of August is a grand prize drawing, and at the moment I have 3 prizes for that. And whenever during the summer you enter your pair of socks or several pairs of socks, you're going to participate in all the drawings. So if you posted the pair of socks in June, you'll also be a part of the drawing at the end of August. And so that's and as I was saying, I've said this before, baby or toddler socks, that's not enough. But children's socks and adult shorties are allowed. And if you put heels, toes, and cuffs into sock snakes, you have to post 3 pairs of those socks as one entry. And so that's it. If you almost finished with a pair of socks, go ahead and finish it, so you can be part of 2 drawings, the drawing at the end of July and the drawing at the end of August. And what's the matter with me and August? I can't seem to be able to pronounce it. Maybe I should just start saying it in Norwegian and say August. That could be the solution. That's it for admin. Let's start. I'm not wearing any knitting today, but that's not a big surprise with the heat we're having. So I'll show you. I have 2 FOs, and one of them I've forgotten to bring, but it's a pair of socks. I can put in a picture of them because I took a picture when I finished them. It's a pair of socks that I knit with the first sock blank I ever dyed. I've been trying some new things this summer, and everything that's going into the shop on Sunday is on new basis, because I've been playing around a bit with different bases during what's supposed to be my summer holiday. And so I have 1 FO to show you, and it's my Maema, or Maema, not sure how you pronounce it, cardigan. This is by Megan Nodecker of Pip and Pin, and it was a fun knit. Something that wasn't that much fun is, as you can see, the sleeves, the button band, and the ribbing at the bottom. Those are a different color than the rest. It's the same colorway. It's all heron. This is hedgehog fibers. I've got to tell you, it's all heron, but I had some color management issues because I got 2 different dye lots. And normally when they send out sweater quantities and there are 2 different dye lots, they include a note saying that there's 2 different dye lots here, color management, tips about color management. And I'm kicking myself for not caking up all the skeins before I started knitting, because color differences are more visible in cakes than in skeins. At least that's my experience. So I was really unlucky, and I started with the two skeins from the same dye lot, and then I had the 2 skeins from a different dye lot left. If I knew there were 2 different dye lots, I would have alternated a lighter and darker skein throughout the entire cardigan. So that's why the sleeves, but someone said it looks planned. It looks like it's supposed to have contrasting, not contrasting, but a different color on the sleeves than the rest of the cardigan. But I did what I would have wanted my customers to do. If one of my customers got 2 different dye lots and it showed this much, it won't be a problem for me though, because I always do pre-orders for sweater quantities, so I dye everything at the same time, so it's always 1 dye lot, because I'm a small batch dyer. Hedgehog Fibers is not. So I contacted them and let them know that they had a rogue batch of heron. I'm not sure what color heron's supposed to be, if it's this color or this color. But anyway, I contacted them and they were so sweet, and they said normally they did returns on stuff like this, but since my cardigan was finished, it was a bit too late for that. So they offered me a 20% discount on my next order, or a 20% refund on this. But Hedgehog Fibers has a DK called Tweedy that I really wanted to try, so I actually ordered myself a sweater quantity of that yarn. It wasn't cheap, even with a discount, but I'm calling it a birthday present from me to me. My birthday isn't until the end of September, but who cares? So I actually ordered a sweater quantity of Tweedy from Hedgehog Fibers when I got a discount, and I'm going to knit a sweater with that. I have picked the pattern, but I'm not telling you what it is because I might change my mind. And that's typical for me, changing my mind. So that's my big FO, and this got some use yesterday when we went on our trip because I needed a jacket, and this is perfect for summer when it's a bit chilly. And I can put up a picture here of what it looks like on, because I'm not showing you what it looks like on because it's so hot in here. So that's my only FO, and one sweater off the needles means a sweater on the needles. So I have quite a few sweaters on the needles already, so I'm not sure why I needed to cast on something new, and particularly casting on a sweater I already knit 2 of. So I cast on a So Faded, and I cast this on yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. That's what happens when you when you're on summer holiday and hubby is home all the time. I sort of lose track on what day of the week it is. But it's Friday today because I'm podcasting, and my youngest son, Erlend, is going back home on Sunday. So starting Monday, everything is back to normal. So except hubby is going away. He's going to Verdal, the place he's from, to help his mother with some stuff. So I'm got a house to myself for three days this coming week. That means Advents. I'm dyeing Advents. I'm going to dye as much Advents as I can do, and I'm going to wrap and put aside as soon as it dries, because I can't imagine the work if I'm going to dye everything first and then wrap it, because we're talking 60-50 gram skeins and 100 gram skeins. So I'm not going to wrap it all at once. So I'm going to do it as I maybe I should show you the sweater instead of talking. So this is my third So Faded, and I wanted to knit a So Faded from Stash, and I've been hung up on the fact that I wanted to knit another 5 colors So Faded, because the 2 I have are 2 different. There, one 5 color fade, except it's not, that one is not a fade as such, it's more 5 different colors. I'll put in a picture so you can see what it looks like. And I have a second So Faded. I can actually reach out and get that because it's right beside me. This is the second So Faded I knit, and the progress keepers or stitch markers are there because I wanted to, because I really like this one, both the fit and the length. So I'm copying it. So I counted how many rounds I did with the different colors. So I'm going to copy this exactly. This yarn is from Dina's Home of Crafts, and it's made as a fade. So this is the one I'm copying, and the one I'm making now. I've gotten as far as the second color, and I'm almost ready to start with the third color. And all the yarn is from Stash. So this is, aren't you surprised that it's pink? The top is actually from Australia. I ordered this from the Yarn Bowl. It's the yarn store my friend Belinda works in. And this top color is Fiber Lily and the colorway is Sherbet. The next color is commercial hand-dyed, so it's not commercial as such, but the colorway number, it's the colorway number, it's the colorway number 2, and it's been hand-dyed in Turkey for a big company called Hobby. It's spelled with 2 I's at the end instead of a Y. And they have international websites, and I'm going to link the international website below. So that's my second color. And my third color is this one, and that's from Chromatic Yarns, Hanna of the Corner of Craft. So that's my third color that's going on the bottom. And I'm really looking forward to having this finished, and at the rate I'm going, it will be perhaps finished until before my next podcast in 2 weeks, but I can't promise I'm going to wear it. And my second whip that I've actually been working on is in this bag from Bags by Jojo in Canada, and parts of the yarn is also from Canada. This is the Owl Cowl by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I'm knitting this in Sugar Rush on Surrey Silk from Comfy Cozy Knits, and the other yarn is My Spectacular on Merino Nylon. And the Progress Keeper is also from Canada. It's a gift from my good friend Sue. So this is a Canadian project, and I have been working a bit on this, but I've been knitting most on the sweater because I brought this with me on our trip to Tromsø to knit on it in the car, but I finished the Maema in the car, and in the hotel room I knit a bit on this and on some socks, but the socks I've showed you before and they're not finished, so I'm not bothering showing them to you now. So that's the Owl Cowl, and that's it for whips. So and because it's really hot in here, and because I have to have started this twice, I took a break earlier and then I started recording again, and I forgot to press the start button on the recording. So the rest I have to try to remember everything I said in the first not recording. So let's hope that I won't forget anything second time around. So we're starting my show and tell section, and I don't have any acquisitions apart from something that arrived today, but it's secret because it's part of a Christmas present and the person getting it watches my podcast. So that will have to stay a secret. So I'm not sure why I mentioned it, but I got something in the mail today. So the only thing I have to show you is the yarn I have been dyeing for my shop that's going into the shop on Sunday. And it's all new stuff that I haven't been dyeing a lot of before. And the first thing I'm going to show you is something I've never done before, and it's self-striping. And this won't happen a lot. I can promise you that, because it's so much work doing self-striping. But I wanted to try it. And so if you think the colors look familiar, it's because this is 3 of the colors from my neon lights mini sets. So I'm going to call this neon lights. And as you can see, I'm not really good at gobstopper balls either. But the only reason why I made this is because I wanted to take a picture for the shop, and I wanted a picture of a gobstopper ball so you can see all the colors. But before I put this away in my stock, I'm going to make it into a skein, because I can't send these in the mail because they're too big. So that's self-striping and neon lights, and the next time I'm doing self-striping will be for Halloween, and the next time after that will be for Christmas. This isn't going to happen a lot, but because it's really labor intensive. So and I only have a small space, and it also takes a lot of space dyeing up self-striping. So 2 skeins of neon lights on self-striping coming on Sunday. The next thing I can show you is something that I haven't done before either. I've only done this once, and I'm using that myself. And this is my second ever sock blank. And because I've never done this before, it's not exactly perfect. So I'm not going to charge full price for this, but I'm going to put it in the shop. So it's going in the shop on Sunday. I'll be doing more sock blanks, but it won't be a staple in my shop. I'm going to dye up the sock blanks I have, and then I probably won't do it again. So we'll see. So that's also going into the shop on Sunday. And the rest is yarn. That was also yarn, the self-striping and the sock blank. But, so these are colors I've dyed up on the 2 new bases. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep both of the bases, but I dyed up some, I think I showed you 2 weeks ago, I dyed up some Suri silk, Skrik on Suri silk. And I sold that at the festival I went to, so I've dyed up 2 more skeins of Skrik on Suri silk. I've dyed up some sea spray on Suri silk. And I dyed up some stracciatella on Suri silk. I also have stracciatella on fine merino, if you want it to hold it double and get for something. I only have the 2 skeins of stracciatella on mohair. Sorry, it's not mohair, and that's the point. It's alpaca, Suri silk. But the same goes with everything I show you. If I show you this Suri silk, I can of course do you a pre-order. If you want to knit a sweater with Suri silk held together with a different yarn, you can pre-order both of them. You can pre-order whatever you want, because I have undyed in stock. And these are 50 gram skeins, and there's 300 meters on one skein. And the rest is my zebra sock, or zebra, depending on where you live. I'll just call it zebra. I have some glamrock on zebra sock. I have a Let Me Fly on zebra sock. And I have Purple Rain on zebra sock. I haven't tried knitting with zebra sock yet, but I have a skein of zebra sock that I got that my good friend Sue in Canada bought me. So I might, instead of taking something from my inventory, I'm just going to use what I have in stash and try knitting a pair of socks with zebra or a 1 skein wonder. It might look good in a shawl or a cowl as well, but since I'm a sock knitter, I'll probably be knitting socks. And I have a lot of socks on the needles, so I'm not sure I need to start another pair. But I've discovered that 2 at a time toe up magic loop actually works. I haven't knit magic loop socks for ages. But 2 at a time toe up, that I've never tried. I've knit socks toe up, I've knit 2 at a time, cuff down, but the combination of toe up and magic loop 2 at a time, that worked for me. So I'm probably going to do that for my next pair of vanilla socks, at least. I'm going to do it like that. So maybe that's what I should do with the yarn, the zebra sock, because now I have undyed zebra sock, so I can dye myself whatever I want on zebra sock. So that's the yarn going into the shop on Sunday. And I think I've said what I wanted to say, apart from the fact that at the end of this, after I finish talking, I'll be putting in some footage from our trip to Tromsø and the trip we went on yesterday to the beach. It's about 1.5 hour drive away, and I call it a double beach because it's a small strip of land between 2 islands. So it's a double beach. It took me 5 minutes to walk between one beach to the other. And I filmed that walk. So that's probably going to be part of the footage. So that's it. The shop update is on Sunday at 8 p.m. Central European Summertime. And if you don't see me until then, I'll see you again in 2 weeks. But since I have the house to myself for 3 days next week, there might be some vlogs or Instagram TV at least, the start of next week. So I'll see you whenever I'll see you, and I hope you enjoy the recording and the footage at the end of the episode.
I'm driving down an empty freeway, no waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.